There are few bonds stronger, few relationships more profound than those we share with our companion animals. All they ask of us is a little care and kindness, and in return, they give us their unconditional devotion and love. Not all animals are this fortunate. Without a loving caretaker, they face an uncertain future. For over 100 years, the Humane Society of Berks County has been here to help these animals. Sometimes that help is needed right around the corner. Other times, it is needed a little further from home. Pepper's story of survival began in New Orleans after the devastation of Hurricane Katrina. Found in an abandoned home, Pepper was saved along with 3 other dogs by volunteers from the Humane Society. They brought Pepper and her friends back to the Society's Berks County shelter.
During Labor Day weekend, while watching CNN, seeing all the animals stuck on rooftops and in trees, I felt was a very heart-wrenching decision for them, and just it was a devastating circumstances. So I really felt I needed to do more than just donate money. I needed to go there and help. I contacted the Humane Society of Berks County, and I went with one of their staff members and another friend of mine, and the 3 of us drove to Louisiana. While I was there, it was about 5 weeks after the hurricane, and there was still over 500 dogs, over 200 cats, and a barn full of horses. They were kept in their crates and taken out every 12 hours for a walk. Fans were blowing on them. It was 90+ degrees and humid. So it was just the conditions were not the best for the animals, but it was the best they could do in getting them out of New Orleans because there were so many left behind. We saw Bella and Pepper in a crate together, and we were told they were siblings and they were found together along with 1 puppy. And we decided to bring the 3 of them and 1 other dog back to Pennsylvania to the Humane Society of Berks County for temporary housing to take care of them, hopefully until their owners could be found.
2 of Pepper's companions were quickly adopted. The 3rd succumbed to cancer. Pepper's own health problems led to months of treatment. Nursing her back to health was only half the job. Pepper now needed a new home. Fortunately, a couple who had recently lost a beloved pet visited the Humane Society to see what dogs were available for adoption.
And then we went to the Humane Society, and we got there on the 31st of March. So when we went to check out the dogs that they had, she was in the first cage.
After they took Pepper for a short walk to get to know her better, the couple knew they wanted to adopt Pepper.
The lady that took us in the room with her started to do things that brought out her personality a little bit. And she just, from the get-go, she was just a big ham. We found out what the whole story was about her being a Katrina dog.
After surviving Hurricane Katrina and the loss of her first family, she found a new family to love her forever.
She always keeps things light. If you have a rough day or something like that at work, you come home, she goofs around, you kind of gets your mind off of things, and she loves to play and goof around. And I think if I could describe her in one word, she's a clown. She's a clown.
From ravaged New Orleans to the rolling hills of Berks County, Pepper has definitely found home.
Autumn came into the Humane Society of Berks County. She was set on fire. She had lines on her back where the lighter fluid hit. She had singed hair. The smell coming off of her was just putrid, enough to make anybody nauseous. The fact that she was still so friendly with all of us and wanted our attention after somebody did this to her was unbelievable to me. Every time she would rub up against me and want me to pet her, I absolutely felt like crying. The fact that another human being, somebody who could be somewhat intelligent, would do that to an animal that friendly just is beyond me.
Autumn's tale, from severely abused cat to affectionate, loving feline, is nothing short of incredible. Despite suffering major scarring and the loss of her ears to the burns she received at the hands of a deranged abuser, Autumn remained friendly and affectionate.
When I first met her and she was in the cage, she was purring, and she's always purring. She's a very friendly, affectionate cat. We're so happy to have Autumn. She's been a real joy to have around with our other pets, and she gets along really well with all of them.
Autumn proves that with caring intervention and kindness, the horror faced by so many animals can be replaced with safety and love. To look at Dobby, all you notice is his beautiful coat and shining eyes. But not long ago, his story was very different. Dobby was found in a back alley, the victim of months of malnourishment and disease that left him barely able to stand and walk and nearly hairless. After his rescue, the Humane Society attended to Dobby and he began to recover. A Humane Society foster volunteer sensed the gentle nature of the canine and offered to care for Dobby in her home as he continued to recover. A perfect opportunity to make a difference in Dobby's life, just for a short while, or so she thought.
It was amazing with Dobby when he came home with us with no hair. Just looked like a broken, lost little puppy.
At first I had to give him his pills. He had to have ear medicine. He had to have skin pills to help have his hair grow back. Whenever we first got Dobby, he wouldn't run. He would walk really slowly. He wasn't like as active as he is now. He's definitely changed a lot. He's a lot friendlier with strangers, and he runs all the time. Whenever people would ask me what I wanted for Christmas, I'd say Dobby, nothing but Dobby. Maybe even money for Dobby. They'd go, anything else? I would just say, nope, just Dobby.
That year, Dobby appeared under the family's Christmas tree with a big red bow around his collar, a reward for loving Dobby back to health. Dobby showed everyone not to judge a book by its cover, but to see the hidden beauty inside. These are only 3 happy stories from the thousands of stories that unfold every year at the Humane Society of Berks County. They show how the Humane Society's staff and volunteers work together to provide care, love, and a second chance for those who need it the most.
Each year, the Humane Society of Berks County rescues 7,000 animals. We rescue them from homelessness, from neglect, from abandonment, from abuse, and from torture. Not one of these animals faces these problems through any fault of their own. They face them because of the unkind, uncaring, and unthinking actions of human beings. We believe it's our job to right these wrongs. We're there with our kind, caring professional staff to cure their illnesses, to treat their wounds, and to find them new, loving homes. Our dedicated volunteers are there to make their lives more comfortable while they're with us. And our community supporters are there to provide us with the resources that we need to accomplish our mission. These animals can't save themselves. They need our help.